What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 100 of my Total Warhammer 3 Boris Ursus and Uragni's Naviev campaign. Man, 100 episodes. Who would have thought that this campaign was gonna go on so long? I certainly didn't, but it's been a hell of a ride so far, and I'm hoping for quite a few more great battles up ahead. Speaking of great battles, last episode Uragni managed to take on the Demon Prince after hoping to fight him for ages. He did take a little bit of damage, losing one cursed unit that died again, but well, we'll get it back. It's an armored Kossar, they're fragile, and frankly, they always die. So it's not all that surprising. Afterwards, Uragni's going to be able to move on to the Altar of Spawns, and then hopefully we can heal up and global recruit there. In addition to that, we had a fight with Alexandra Castina, wherein she took out a unit of Nurgling armies, and then probably next turn we will be trying to deal with Pinforks and what's going on over here. I guess these guys might move away, but we'll see. We shall see. Now let's also see if there's anything else left to do this turn, because I think we did most of the important stuff last time, although I could be wrong. Are there any buildings to build? No. And no armies to move? Well, I guess then we did do everything that needs to be done last time. Beautiful. That means, unless I'm forgetting somebody, you could move further. Oh, no, you're in here. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's end the turn, and let's see. These guys could attack at Frozen Landing. These guys could attack at Krakadrak. There may be a big battle after this end turn, and I'm excited for it. Also, wait, Ergig. Wait, we don't need to upgrade this right now. And Hero Not Moved is money, so we don't need to do that as well. Oh, there is still this nonsense. Well, you know what? We'll have Beledna the Defender go by and destroy the stupid Lorelorn camp. It doesn't seem that these guys are actually building anything there, so, you know, I think it's fine. We could also tell our allies here to kill it for us, and maybe they will, because I have no idea what they're currently doing. They're just running around like a bunch of idiots. Yeah, alright, well, let them do that. It's the AI. Running around like idiots is, you know, part of their programming. Aha, what do we have here? Ah, yes, Spurt Mildew, you're actually going to attack Svetlana Stefanovich, our infantry army again. Exciting, because we now have the Hellblaster volley gun available, and on top of that, this army has shown that it is not so great against Khornate armies, which generally speaking makes this for epic cinematic battles. Oh, and now, and I believe I mentioned this last episode, though I could be completely blanking on it, I'm not sure. I was talking about how we might get extra melee attack by virtue of us being in the sea, since we have the Temple of Manan, and I think that we have this now. Yeah, 65. Did you have 65 before? I'm not sure. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But either way, we should have it because we're in the sea. And oh, damn, 67 melee attack and the little Groms, and 39 melee defense. Surprisingly solid, eh? Alright, well, cinematic battle. Let's see if we can take on 3 Bloodthirsters and 4 Soul Grinders and assorted other Khornate units.
The hoarfrost hears us. Winds of ice will guide us to glorious victory.
Alrighty, well, let's see if we can get the glorious victory. Similar to last time, we may have difficulties fighting a Khornate army, though at least they don't have Skarbrand leading them this time around. Though they do have a lot more Soul Grinders, 4 Soul Grinders and 3 Bloodthirsters. That's way more than we fought before, and that's obviously very concerning for our Zargard and our other weak units. On the other hand, we have a pretty damn solid position this time around. We see the Hellblaster firing together with the little Groms against the first Soul Grinder, who's already dropped to about half HP. The enemy has summoned the units of Furies to tie up one of our little Groms, and here we go. Arrows are flying. Elemental Bear is moving into the center of the enemy formation to try to distract them for as long as possible, and obviously we want to kill as many of the Bloodletters as we can before they reach the main battle. Oh, you're on a horse rather than a bear. Should be careful with you. Alright, here we go. I actually decided to move our our Zargard here further into the tree line, mostly because I was hoping that the Bloodthirster would land there. Alas, it decided not to do so. And it is looking like it's going to fly over, and same with this one as well. All these Bloodthirsters, and I think they're going to want to go after our artillery. Alrighty, fortunately we did keep a couple units of Zargard with great weapons back. Both of these will be reacting to those same Bloodthirsters. Ooh, and both of these dropping down on top of our Patriarch. Too bad they're not Keepers of Secrets, or he might enjoy it a little bit more. Anyway, the Zargard with great weapons are going to hit those Bloodthirsters in the back while the Patriarch holds them at bay. Looks like the Bloodthirsters are going to get some units down. We're also going to move the Ice Guard to shoot them in the back at the same time all this is happening. Also, our Lord, and these units of Zargard with great weapons are going to tie up the other Bloodthirster and kill him while we have a major battle going on over here. And this is looking pretty dangerous. One of our Zargard is looking like they're at about 15% HP, and more enemy units are coming, and we got those Soul Grinders coming into support as well. Fortunately, one of the enemy Soul Grinders was destroyed. That was the one that we were focusing with our artillery. And then over on this side, our Zargard with great weapons and our Warbear Riders have been killing Skull Crushers of Khorne. Actually, you know, I found that the Zargard with great weapons are pretty darn effective against Skull Crushers. And the Warbear Riders actually took quite a lot of damage. I would be interested to see a direct one-on-one versus these two. These guys are anti-large. The Skull Crushers are anti-large after all, and not anti-infantry. Interesting. Otherwise, I do want to see the Hellblaster fire a little bit more, so we can hopefully watch that while we watch the Bloodthirsters fight. And then we'll go to that battle in the trees as well. There we go. One of the Bloodthirsters has dropped, and then there was one of the. Ooh, the Furies are moving in to tie up some of our Ice Guard. Unfortunate for us, as they were shooting those guys in the back. But the Warbears that were dealing with those Skull Crushers are now able to move in. We were also forced to move our Patriarch away, as he almost got killed by those two Bloodthirsters simultaneously. Looks like the other one is just about dead. Our Lord has actually killed him. Maybe we should give her some more fighty stuff, considering she's going to be in melee lines a lot. Her melee attack is actually quite nice at 77. Maybe we should give her something to buff up that weapon strength. She's using a brass cleaver right now, or is it you that's using the brass cleaver? I don't remember. I think it's it's our Lord. You know what? I'll think about this. Maybe we'll give you like a worm spike or something like that to power you up a little bit. Anyway, this is where the rest of the main battle will be fought. Yeah, there are some units out there that are currently being distracted by the Snow Leopard, and there are some units that are holding out against the Zargard over here, and then plus those Skull Crushers. But this is where their Minotaurs and their other two Soul Grinders and their Skull Crushers are, so they have to be dealt with. Let's just watch those Bloodthirsters die first, shall we? And down you go. You're gonna scream and send everybody flying. I like watching that. Another Bloodthirster, and ooh, the Piercing Wind moving in and hopefully moving down and hitting some units. That was actually a pretty good use of that. It clipped all of these units. It did some damage, though it's not like Wind of Death. It's not going to just obliterate everything in its way. And it did clip one of those Exalted Bloodletter units, so that was actually pretty nice. It does go as far as Wind of Death, but it certainly doesn't do anything like that amount of damage. Anyway, a couple more hits on his Bloodthirsters should see him off. He's already unstable, and there we go, another roar. A death roar, death scream, down you go. I was thinking he might have crushed a few of those guys, but he's okay. Alrighty, time for the Hellblaster to get a few shots in there. There we go, ooh, right into the kill. Yeah, I should have moved these a little bit. Before they were firing just fine, because they were firing on top of this hill, but yeah, this hill's a little bit in the way. Alrighty, and this is where the battle will continue. Unfortunately, a lot of our units are very, very badly beat up here. If you're wondering why I'm moving them all in, it's because now that we have our second Patriarch, we actually have access to so much more healing. So we can go heal and then heal and then heal. I haven't used a lot of Saliak's Lullabies thus far, so we can hopefully support those units by virtue of those same set heals. Alright, there's the Saliak's Lullaby. And now it's just a matter of holding ground, all the while our range units continue laying down covering fire and preventing more units from joining the fray. There we go. Looks like those Cornate Warriors are just about done. Oh, and the little Grom's getting them at the same time as well. Minotaurs are, of course, still fighting. And I can see cannon fire from the Soul Grinders moving in, but it looks like the Bloodletters are just about done, and the Minotaurs are running. Good. And our HP has actually been upgraded. As you can see, a lot of these units are a lot more healthy than they are. They just received 2 or 3 Saliax Lullabies, and I think 1 more left. So we're just going to move them all in and now attack both of these Soul Grinders. Man, we've been encountering lots of Soul Grinders of Khorne over the last couple of episodes, because the last episode was the Yarogni fight with the Demon Prince, right? Because I remember him fighting 3 Soul Grinders, but I don't remember exactly when it was. Either way. And that battle was also Soul Grinders in trees. Still, the Soul Grinder fights always make for some damn nice cinematic shots, don't they? Alrighty, looks like the first of them should drop very shortly. They are both in banishment right now. They're still getting a few nice hits in there, but we have the healing, we have the support. Everybody's buffing everybody up by virtue of their proximity to each other, and down go the Soul Grinders. A few more enemy units remain, but it ain't much, and the battle is done. We have lost less than half our forces, and I'm pretty happy with this thus far. Oh, there's another Soul Grinder out here, also in the trees, but not for long. Down you go, Spider thing. Wait, how many legs did it have? I did not check. Nah, doesn't matter. Anyway. There we go. Well done, everybody. We are going to heal up after all this. I think we have 1 Saliax left after all that, and there we go. Very nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with the addition of the extra Patriarch. I didn't think it would make as much of a difference as it does. I think what we need to do is retool some of the items in this army, as in try to get a Balalaika of the Arari, and maybe an Ice Armor, and maybe a Armor of Sacrifice, something, a few more auras and stuff to essentially continue buffing up our armored Kossars. If we're going to be fighting a lot of Cornate units, we are perfectly able to go into Death Stars rather than what we do when we spread out against like Tzeentchian forces or even Nurgle forces. Cornate, not so much, and when Death Stars, we can stack lots and lots of auras. Gotta remember that for the future. But anyway, lots more battles to come. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. I certainly did. Alrighty, well, that went pretty darn decently well. We certainly started to take quite a bit of damage on the Zargard, but that second Patriarch, with the repeated use of those Saliax Lullabies, really kept the battle line alive. That said, once again, our Ice Guard did way more damage than the Zargard, which once again makes me think that we want to replace at least one of the regular Zargard units with one more Ice Guard. As for the Hellblaster volley gun, it actually outperformed the 2 little Groms, which, you know, does make sense, as the Hellblaster should generally be better at firing on highly armored multi-mob units, sort of like the Chaos Warriors of Khorne, or even Skull... Well, actually, no, the little Groms are probably better against Skull Crushers, I would think. But yeah, this thing really mopped those Chaos Warriors up. I'm almost tempted to get another one in here, but maybe that's a little bit overboard, and we should just go with the Ice Guard, since these guys all share a buff and a tree. And I mean, performance-wise, it seems like the Hellblaster volley gun is on par or worse than the Ice Guard, generally speaking. Although, to be fair, it is only on rank 1, whereas these guys are upgraded and higher ranking. Interesting. So, I'm happy that we got this thing in here, as it does clearly work. We're going to pardon those captives,
Kislev
even regardless of the damage we're going to take here, or the lack of healing, rather, considering we've already taken damage. Let's see, we got a Veteran Warrior up and running, Talisman of Protection, a Providential Hero Self-Defense chance. Swell. Alright, Ally mobilizes, and you're actually gonna heal up here nicely. Okay, well then we can keep going. Let's grab the Silent and auto-resolve it.
Raise
This is
sail.
technically our sea, right? Oh, damn, there's an island here. Nah, whatever, too late. Another one here. Sail to the wreck. Should be auto-resolvable.
We are Kislev's
More XP for Svetlana here. And you know what? We can heal up this time because the money is pretty negligible. Alright, what are we at here? Yeah, we should still heal to full. And we got 5k and some XP out of it. And Svetlana, you got 4 points to spend now. Very nice. Let's max out Best of the Court. And then, I guess we go for the Little Grom... Ooh, Little Grom buff or Warbear Rider buff. We'll actually technically have enough for both. Too bad the Warbear Rider buff doesn't actually increase their defensive power, as I really would have preferred that. Ooh, you know what? I think we want Hawks of Miska right now. Mostly for the Discouraged. I really like the idea of adding a leadership malice to enemy demonic armies, much more so than direct damage in certain situations. Even though Blizzard would do a lot more damage, I mean, against a pile of enemy bloodletters, this would certainly be useful. Otherwise, with Best of the Court maxed out, what do we get out of this, for example? Zargard units get melee defense +5 and additional armor and spell resistance. That's actually pretty solid. And we get, ooh, ammunition for Ice Guard. Ah, man. Okay, fine. I'd love to move through this tree further, but I guess we'll have to go for Skilled Craftsmen for now to get them the ammunition. Although the extra 8 melee attack would be helpful as well. You know what? We've definitely run out of ammunition on the Little Groms, so we'll get that for now, and then we'll figure out stuff. Let's keep jumping island to island while we're here, at least grabbing some of these. I might even build a separate pirate army to essentially permanently sail around grabbing islands, because they can have some really nice buffs. Other than that, and oh wow, Elaine, you're actually building up here. We're able to reach you in one turn. Ooh, that looks like a cinematic battle for Beledna. Okay, I love it. Beledna has not gotten one in a while. It seems appropriate to get some good cinematic battles for the 100th episode. Let's also grab this with Serena Catrin. You can auto-resolve this.
Victory by blade and frost.
Yes, yes. And then I guess you can... It doesn't really matter because we should heal up to full here anyway. Another 8k, nice. Oh, 85k. And there's a Sea Corpse here, so I guess we'll be heading out there next. Wait, Sea of Claws is contested, but we're still healing, eh? I guess because it's contested with us, so yeah, makes sense. Alright, move out Serena Catrin. Alright, let's do some admin, and then we'll hit up Elaine next turn. Also, you move out there, Tech Thief. You got Tech to Thief, or Thieving to do, or Teching to Thief, I don't know. Also, what do we have here? Ooh, Assassin +10. Ooh, Research +10. Oh, damn, that's hard. That's hard game. On the one hand, we've researched most of the tech we're probably going to research. The Tech Thieves aren't going to be much useful. You know what? Yeah, I think that means we're going to go for Assassin. Alright, nice. And hello, Martial Encouragement and Ranger on top of that. We were going to build another ranged army, and this is just a straight-up ranged buff. You know what? I like that. Alright, then what do we have here? Oh, this garbage frickin' thing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know what? For once, I'm gonna go for Ice Shard instead of Glacial Blast. And then you, Economist, obviously. Not that we're probably going to use you. Alrighty. Ataman thing. Master Builder in the Wasteland? Yeah, alright, that works. Was that construction cost? That is actually quite nice, as Erengrad Harbor will be reduced in cost. Beautiful. Alrighty, what other armies need to move this turn before Beledna needs to move? First of all, Boris, you... gonna march stance up here, and oh, hello. If it isn't Coeus. Damn, alright, Boris, you're gonna have to go around. Falco and Pinforks are here. Wonder if we could hit both. It'd be nice if we could. We can't auto-resolve any of this. You're in March stance. Are we able to move past the ruin? No, but we are able to move close to you and then possibly hit you with Alexandra Castina. Maybe. Okay, so there's potential here. A definite potential. I'll leave that to next turn, I guess. You're also going to move out. I need to send you to Yeti Peak, or even guard Mistgorge here. Assassin move out here as well. Yeah, so Blood Peak is gonna fall, and I guess Vladimir Talov, let's just delete you. Otherwise Koeask is gonna go after you. Although, we could annoy them. We could just, like, leave Vladimir Talov here. Nah, but he's disciplined. While it's unlikely that we'll get any use out of him, maybe eventually. Oh, man. Firemouth doesn't have defenses, either. This guy might attack it. And Boris isn't gonna be able to catch up to him. Although Alexander Costina might be able to move back this way. You're not at war with these guys, are you? You are. You know what? I think we have to leave Vladimir Talov out as bait. You're gonna stay right here, and I'm gonna... don't move. And I'm gonna hope that he goes after you. I don't know if this will work, but hey, who knows? Might as well give it a try. Yarogny. What were you going to do? You were going to hit the Altar of Spawns, so at the very least you can siege it. And we'll see about what else we can do here. This will most likely necessitate... I was about to say a manual fight, but this might be auto-resolvable. Let's just see if we can kill some of the heroes out here. 100%? I'll take it.
They will fear me.
Fluxion host destroyed. Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. That unit will not be coming back. Love it. And then you can get a nice level up for that. Get Guardian Call. No, it doesn't do anything, but might as well. Assassin. Red Olgor or Red Bound? Red somebody. 24% versus 21%. Go for the 21. And you're level 21. Oh, damn, this guy might have been able to reach him. Oh well, too late. Too late. Any more enemies to assassinate? Not here. Oh, there's a counter back here. And no assassin nearby. Alright, fine. I guess you're moving back this way. Keep running around like an idiot. Beledna Mondarenko. Oh, you're going to be part of this army. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we have a considerable amount of admin to do this time, don't we? You are going to swap units over. And then you're actually going to go back to Kislev to get Ice Guard.
Winter's cold. The ice
There you go. And, oh, damn it, I moved you to the wrong... Wait. Yeah, I transferred to the wrong... Okay, my bad. There we go, that's better. And then Svetlana Horoshko, time for you to move out. You got a long ways to go. Nice. And then Beledna the Recruiter, I don't know whether you can... You know what, stay at Prague for one turn. Maybe we can recruit stuff here as well, but I think we have to be at Kislev to recruit level 9 Ice Guard instantly. Actually, wait, this doesn't actually buff up Ice Guard levels. Ah, so maybe we can recruit them at Prague. Guess we'll find out shortly. That'll be our ranged army, and I want to put in some Iron Drakes in that army as well, just massively buff up the various range units. You go after this guy, see if you can succeed at that. Hey, very nice. Good job, Assassins. Assassins doing work today. What do we got back here? Another Assassin, and you are not exhausted, therefore give a Changeal another try, or Changeal. Changeal or Changeal? I don't know. Changeal, like angel, but change... Oh, I get it. I see what you did there, Wound. Goodbye. He's an angel for real now. Let's see. You or he are going to get... It doesn't matter what you're going to get because you're an assassin. Alright, lovely. And it seems that we've cleared this portion. Also, you are improving. Can we get that non-aggression pact? Not yet. What I would like to do is I would like to start taking a few desert territories with Boris and then trading them for these territories in the mountains that are green. Trade desert for stuff that we can actually use. At least that's the... that would be nice. Alright, Yarogny, you will... Wait. Can we auto-resolve this? Is there an army nearby? I don't see one. What's the likelihood that you get killed here? Pretty low. Alright, fine. Do this. Auto-resolve. We'll risk it. And just hope that we don't get caught here and killed. Ouch, yeah. We'll really hope so, because this is a lot of damage, but I really would like to avoid it. Let's see, let's go for Garrison here, and we'll uncollect that income. And we'll take 2 turns to heal up here. Ooh, Global recruitment while we're at it. Get that armored Kossar back. The cursed Kossars are back. If I remember, I'm gonna name them the cursed Kossars. See if they survive another round. Alrighty, next up, Frost Engineer Alexander Kostina, you need to manually fight this. We'll do so in a second. Svetlana Aristo, you... Oh. Huh. Surprisingly, Pinforks didn't fight and remained in march stance, but you still can't defeat him. There's no way. Look at that pile of Doom Knights. And oh. Ungrim, did I not tell you to go after Kugath? I did tell you to go after Kugath. It's just that you did not want to go after Kugath. While Kugath sieges our territory. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Fortunately, Svetlana is on the way. Though it is going to take a while. What's your charge at? 99. That's without the Swiftwing buffs. We also, if we get 2 Patriarchs in here, we can get them the charge buffs as well. Plus 40%. Is there any real point to doing it like this? No, not really. I just want to see if we can get them up to like 200 charge with various things. Ooh, also, if we level you guys... Oh, you already have this, don't you? Charge bonus plus 12. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Keep you as you are, then. Okay, so that's Svetlana. I don't know what to do about this as yet. Let's put it out of sight and out of mind for a little while. Same with this for now. Talov, you're the one acting as bait. Money, you're not doing anything, and we moved all the assassins. Alrighty, so let's start by having a little basic non-cinematic battle against Falco here. And then I want to do the Beledna battle afterwards. Ooh. Wait. Are you able to reach this? No. So you basically have to go after Falco. Okay. Which means you are able to attack this, which means you need to move back to Eagle Eries and maybe defend that. Although what might happen is this guy could jump over and attack Blackfang instead, which can't defend itself because it is an ogre territory and thus doesn't have walls. Well, that's a crying shame. But if there's no choice, then there's no choice. You cannot attack this either, correct? No. Alright, back to Eagle Eries you go. At least we have a full stack of garbage Kossars there to deal with stuff. Let's have this quick manual fight. And try not to take too much damage. Ooh, maybe we could set you up into ambush and get the other guy after all. That's a possibility. Let's do this.
We are Kislev, greatest of kingdoms, purest of heart. We do not fail.
Alrighty, here we go. Let fly in this cinematic battle. Why cinematic? It may be easy, but hey, it's the 100th episode, so why not enjoy ourselves? Let's see what the enemy is going to do. It seems like they want to reposition themselves based on something. This is actually probably a very good move for them because they're moving a lot of their elite units behind this little tree line here, which will protect them from the little Groms as well as our tanks. But well, they still have to pass those trees, and after they do, they'll be in a dangerous position. We're also surrounding them, as you can see, with the war sleds from several directions at once, and our gunners, or our mortars, not mortars, our little Groms are now firing on various different units. These ones are focusing on those Forsaken, while others are focusing on other elites. Why the Forsaken? Mostly because they're chasing these guys for some reason. They're not going to catch them. It's not possible. They might as well hit them. And ooh, that was a nice shot. You really shouldn't be running parallel like this, guys. Ouch. Ouch. Those poor Chaos Knights of Tzeentch. Oh, no. You've led them into a terrible position there. And now you're gonna take shots yourself, buddy. And this time I decided to actually keep a few of our war sleds near to our tanks and stuff. A, because to have a little bit of an extra melee line should we require it. Down goes their lord. And B, because when we continuously use Gust of True Flight on these guys, it can also apply to the war sleds, increasing their range and damage as well. So, you know what? Why not? Looks like the enemy decided to land their Burning Chariot as well as their Lord of Change rather than face more fire from our little Groms. That's just fine by me. I suppose the little Burning Chariot goes down, and now the enemy Lord of Change is surrounded by 2 tanks as well as both our heroes. Let's check what else is going on. I did say this was going to be an easy battle. There's a Forsaken blob here around our Summoned Elemental Bear. We're going to get a Hailstorm Overcast down on all of them as it does fairly okay damage. It may not be amazing considering they're fairly decently armored, but it does pretty okay, and it goes on for a while as well. Our heavy war sleds that led all of these guys away, their infantry are now going to charge through them and help out the Elemental Bear in terms of dishing out damage. Over on this side, the same exact thing is happening, and we were once again able to lead a lot of enemies away, including more Knights of Tzeentch, which are trying to run after our light war sleds and being gunned down for their trouble. This must be so annoying. Yeah, definitely reminds me of fighting Chaos a lot in the first and second games, and because of the relatively slow nature of the Chaos Knights of Tzeentch, just always kind of kiting them around and killing them with various things. Unfortunate for them, but it certainly does work. Looks like the Lord of Change is just about done. Not surprising when it's facing off against 2 steam tanks, a Lord and a Patriarch. I do like that staff animation, but it ain't good enough to protect you, buddy. Alrighty, let's see what the enemies still have left. We did get a nice charge with our heavy war sleds, and then we're going to now move out of here. Get a few more shots in while they chase us. It looks like one of our war sleds actually has taken some damage, but fortunately it is still alive, so we're going to get it off the field to prevent it from getting killed by the Soul Grinder. Soul Grinder is at about 40% HP. It was taking shots from our little Groms here, but unfortunately for us, it decided to go up above that hill, or beyond that hill, I suppose, where it would no longer be taking damage. Oh well. Forsaken running in, and ooh, nice shot from that steam tank. And a second nice shot from that steam tank. There we go, while our hero and our Patriarch move in. Hopefully the steam tanks don't interfere by hitting our own units. Nope, that was just an expulsion of steam. Oh man, from this angle, the steam tank looks so weird because it's on wheels, not treads, right? So like, wait, damn, I can't see it anymore. Ah, like that. The wheels look so tiny from this particular angle. So a very cool unit, though I do wish that these things would change depending on what faction you're in, so at least we get some Kislev stuff. Anyway, just like that, the battle ends. It was a pretty easy one, unsurprisingly. The rest of the enemy units are melting. The Soul Grinder won't even have to be killed because it is being banished, and it didn't look like it managed to kill a single one of our war sleds, which means they'll all heal up to full. Pretty happy with that one. Easy, but fun. Plus, we got to see a lot of enemy units taking shots from those little Groms, which I always enjoy. Next. Alrighty, there we go. I figured 100th episode, why not have yet another cinematic battle before the Belidna one? Feels right. It's not like these things come about very often. We're gonna heal up to full.
Kneel before the Froster Weaver.
And then, what we're going to do... Leadership on fighting Tzeentchian armies, swell. We need to go right here.
Triumph for the Ice Court.
27, yes, we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna go into ambush, and we're going to pray that Pinforks decides to go for Carrick Varag instead of past Gorger Rock and into the Eagle Ares. I really, really hope that that works out. Otherwise, let us quickly just upgrade some stuff. Where is this? Veil of Titans and Mist Gorge. Is this close enough to Tzeentchians to get attacked? Potentially. Honestly, all the Mountains of Morn are kind of in dangerous positions, so perhaps we have to wall those up. Though by replacing walls here, we could be making considerably more cash. And we have now dropped below 20k, which makes me tempted to put some walls up. And we also need a wall up in the Firemouth. Fallen City's pretty far, but... Nah, they could just teleport over our stuff. Yeah, fine, just build walls. Just build the walls, I guess. Ain't happy about it, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Next up, do you need to collect income? Yeah, why not? You can collect income. Here, everything, however, does not need it. No. Okay, next up, let's see what other buildings we have left, and then we'll fight with Beledna for one more fight this battle. Grimduraz, Castle Drakenfels, you can go for farm. Porch Dragov, good. And one more turn until we're able to upgrade Dajin to max level and delete the Gospodas. Middenland. You've completed your upgrade, which means you can have a market and you can have a hallowed wood. Then we will build an orthodoxy shrine and then finalize it with a tool maker as well. Yeah, every capital is going to have an orthodoxy shrine now. It's kind of necessary. Okie dokie, so that's good. Any other buildings remaining? Just Giant Home Mountains and Sylvania, looks like. All right, buff, crack-a-track. They preferred it if you didn't fall. Sylvania. Level 5, maxed out. Ooh, 2 money short, or 5 money short, depending. I guess we'll no longer need you, or you. And let's just build more stuff to make more money here. Beautiful. And with all the buildings complete, it is time for Beledna to have one last cinematic battle this episode. Do we need to give you guys anything? I think you're maxed out, which is why I haven't been doing this. Okay, fine, I assume you're maxed out as well, yeah. Also, while we're at it, you have a Tormentor's Sword and you have a Warrior Bane, both of which are fine. But the talismans are only 5 ward save. Are there better talismans? Keep the glittering scales. Star Iron Rings, no talisman of endurance. We can give you Dawn Stones, but that doesn't work against demons so much. Okay, I see why we're using these. Yeah, we don't have enough. Not for heroes. Alrighty, one more fight. Let's hit Elaine. I'm hoping that he doesn't try to run away, because I want this battle. Yes, he did not run away. We will fight this cinematically. We will destroy this faction, and Beledna will get a fight at long last. We are not going to Lightning Strike. Let's get to it.
We are Kislev, greatest of kingdoms, purest of heart. We do not fail.
Alrighty, Beledna's back. It's been a while since we've seen great cannons at work together with the little Groms, and it is across a straight-up green battlefield, very imperial sort of location, which is appropriate because we're going to be using pretty darn imperial tactics. On top of that, there are no casters, I believe, on the enemies, so we are free to stand in relatively tight formations and not care about the damage that will ensue via spells, because they won't be existing. Here comes that Slaaneshi Demon Prince. He's at level 1 though, so it's not super concerning. We'll see whether he can survive the Streltsy once they're in range of him. Really too bad that this army does not have access to the ability to buff them up with Gust of True Flight, but oh well. Oh, what is this? Alright, maybe he is going to be able to use something. That is a Pavane of Slaanesh. Okay, so he can do a little bit of damage, though he's going to get knocked out of the sky real quick at this rate. A little bit of spell work coming in from the Lord of Change, but nothing major, and I don't imagine it's going to do too much damage unless it destroys one of these cannons. Actually, a pretty cool arc like that. Lots of fireworks going in, and it looks like he will be able to land, and I want to see if this cannon gets destroyed or not. Alright, it's still okay. We got a couple more magic missiles coming in, and no, it looks like we're still good. Beautiful. Now he has landed among our Kossars, but he is still very much targetable by the Streltsy, and even though he's going to get a few hits in on Beledna, he should die in a couple seconds. Blue Fire of Slanesh to mask his drop, and down he goes. Lovely, but the Soul Grinder comes in to follow him up, also wanting to do a Beledna, and the rest of the enemy army has arrived. We are going to pop down an Ice Sheet to slow them down a little bit, while the rest of the Streltsy continue gunning everybody down. Well, let's just check out what else is going on over on this side. The Seeker Chariots have tried to charge around our flanks, but our hidden units of Demigryphs that were in these woods decided to countercharge them and absolutely ripped them apart. No chance for these guys. We've also disabled the Chaos Knights of Tzeentch, or at least tied them up by summoning an Elemental Bear, so once the Demigryphs are done with those Seeker Chariots, they can take care of those Knights. A few enemy units of Furies are going to drop down on our Little Grom, but the Little Grom should actually be able to fight them one-on-one, even if we don't turn around the Streltsy to kill them, which we will, or at least one of these units. The Lord of Change fighting on the side here, and over on this side, looks like some units of Hellstriders tried to fight the Demigryphs, and yeah, it didn't go so well for them. 36 kills on the Demigryphs, basically no damage, and no deaths on them either. Well done. Back to it. Alright, some Screamers moving in here, but we are going to countercharge that with some great weapon units. And, ooh, it looks like these particular Kossars are kind of in bad shape, though. There is a Patriarch defending them, mind you, but they are getting attacked by Forsaken and Cornate units and a Soul Grinder. Nice little mix of units, though. Interestingly enough, this convent is a lot more, you know, Demon Princey, in the sense that it's using various types of Chaos units, than the Legion of Chaos is, which thus far has been primarily using, it seems, Cornate units. We might as well be fighting another Khorne faction, because that's 99% of what they generally have. Anyway, with these guys charging our Kossars, they took a little bit of damage there, but fortunately with the Demigryphs charging these units in the back, they all shatter quite quick. In fact, the entire army very quickly is absolutely destroyed. The Demigryphs over on this side, once again, ripping those Chaos Knights apart, and same goes for the Soul Grinders and the Lord of Change, who are getting gunned down by our Streltsy. Beautiful work, everybody. Enemies dropping all over the place. You might say they're dropping like oh damn, they're already dead. I was gonna turn around on the rot flies there, or the plague drones, and say dropping like flies as they died, but it didn't work out by a couple seconds. And now I'm upset about it. Oh well. There we go. Well done, Beledna. The battle is most definitely ours. Oh, I really love and miss these just like normal field battles. Nice grass around, everything's nice and flat. We could just observe the fight pretty easily. And there we go. Obviously don't want just these sort of things, but it feels like it's been too long. We've been fighting in a lot of hilly areas over the last while, and to be fair, we're in Norska, so all the mountains and all that stuff does make sense. Alrighty, just gonna get a few more units down, get a Saliax Lullaby in there to heal up one more time. One enemy Forsaken unit has survived over here, so he's just gonna run off the field, allowing us to get that last Saliax and heal our army nearly to full. There we go. Decisive victory, very much so, but unsurprising for Beledna. She's had much more difficult battles than this, and we knew that this was going to happen. Alrighty, well, Elaine got pretty badly destroyed. I mean, a couple of our units did lose, what, 40 units on each of these units of Kossars, but otherwise very much in our favor. Beledna, of course, our expert of defensive battles, so it's not surprising that once we forced them to come in and attack us, we did indeed obliterate them. We are going to, you know what? Let's heal up, because I want to auto... Wait, this is all that's left. Okay, there's actually no need to heal up. I was about to say to auto-resolve this, but there isn't any need. Just... take the money? Fine, 2K.
Not without sympathy.
It's something. Alrighty, and then catch up and destroy this faction for good, please. Right there.
Honor your motherland.
Lovely, and then kill some more. Alright, Veteran Warrior, Kisevite Kossar, Faction destroyed. Yes, this is what we were looking for. Beautiful.
I
Alrighty,
am
well,
the
Beledna,
storm.
now you are done. And you're ready to head up north to, well, I guess... Okay, nobody's going to destroy this for us, are they? Alright, fine. You're going to go up here. Maybe we'll leave this to our allies, or maybe Beledna will stop on by, depending on what our allies do here. What the heck are you doing? Huh. I see that the AI has this, like, targeting thing that where it automatically targets stuff. Like, this has been hours for a number of turns now, and it was still trying to go after this, which is kind of weird. But it's okay. Hopefully he'll find something else to go after. Anyway, with that, we are gonna call this episode here. I have no idea how long it's gone on, but with 3 cinematic battles, should be pretty damn long. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, I guess, sort of anniversary episode or something like that, considering it's the 100th. Still a fair few more left, as we still have a fair few Tzeentchian, Khornate, and Nurgle territories to take over and or destroy, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully we're going all the way to the end. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.